Hey everyone, it's Ken Girardini from Girardini Fine Art and Design. Just want to do a quick little video and show you what we do to get the photographs of the work that we use for our advertising, for the Artful Home catalog, and also for our website. So in our office, we have a photo studio that we use to do these shots. Come with me. I have a board here that blocks out the light from the other window and sort of gives us a screen back here to do the photography. Now back here we use two Chrome lights that can be adjusted as far as the brightness of the flash. We keep one low, we keep one high to get a different angle of light on the piece. The challenge with photographing metal is, of course, its reflective quality. You don't want any big old bright hot spots, flashes, and you don't want any dark, deep spots that won't show up in the image. As far as the camera goes, I have a Sony Alpha series camera, which is just fine for what we need it for here. It's not a great camera, it's not my favorite camera, but it's certainly functional enough to do this kind of photography. Actually, probably the new iPhone 11 is probably just as good of a camera for doing this kind of photography, but this works great. Today, we're going to be shooting, like I said, one of Julie's new boats from her Rainbow Boat series. What we do and what we've been doing in the last probably 2 years is using a reflective surface to get the reflection of the piece in the image. Now, underneath this piece of acrylic, I have black plastic, and this black plastic actually creates an almost mirror image. In the back here, I have another flash unit underneath the table. This flash unit under the table is slaved to these two units. So what happens with this unit here is that we get a bright spot on the paper right behind the item, which fades to dark as it goes out. This puts a bright spot right behind the piece itself and actually gives it a really nice brilliance. We were just talking before this that we felt like the depth of the boat might need more light. So we're going to shoot this first with this black plastic underneath, and then we're going to take that away and put a white surface, and that way we can get more reflective quality of that. Also, in the past, we have used seamless paper that we actually roll down across the table. So if we're not looking for a reflective surface, if we're looking for a very simple background, we have plain white paper, we have gray paper, and we have black paper that we can roll down across here to create a seamless background, which then we'll use in different types of shots. Right now we just kind of like the way that this reflective surface actually makes the pieces look. So I'm ready to shoot. I have a unit controller on the top of the camera that actually will trigger the two flash units. The third one on the ground is actually triggered by the flash of the first two. So what I've got set up here is, and you can see this in the camera lens, is that I have light going on the boat from one side, dark on the other side, light in the back, and I'm just going to take a couple of shots, which is the beauty of digital photography. We can experiment and really get So we've taken a couple of shots of this, and I'll post them as we go along. But the bottom of the belly of the boat isn't well lit. The ends are almost completely dark. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and flip this plastic that's underneath the acrylic, and then try to get a little more light on the bottom of the boat.
Is it because the other side is white?
The other side is white of the plastic panel. So I can flip that over and it'll be a white underneath the acrylic. So that should be interesting. We're going to give it a try. Okay, so we flipped over the plastic so that we have a white panel underneath the acrylic sheet. Again, we get a small reflection. We're not going to get that same dramatic reflection that we had with the black underneath. That's just fine. The beauty of this is that we'll be able to get a lot more light on the piece itself by shooting down onto the table and having it reflect back up onto the boat. So we get a lot more light underneath the boat, showing off the beautiful patina work. All right, so this is working out pretty well. We're getting a lot more light on the bottom of the boat, the patina area, which is much more interesting because we're shooting the light down onto the table. It's reflecting back up onto the bottom of the boat. It's going to be a lot more interesting. I don't worry about, at this point, what's on the outside edge of my frame because I'll crop that and adjust that in Lightroom and or Photoshop, depending on how much it needs. Beyond that, you'll be able to see the final images right here. So it took a bit of work to get the lighting just right. In fact, we went back and we reshot the large boat because it was critical that we get the light from underneath. I moved this light here forward to get more bounce, and we brought this light down low, shooting it in underneath the boat itself. So anyway, that's how we do. That's what it takes to do the kind of photography that we need to promote our work. Hope you enjoyed this.